And I think we're live. We'll see. Just a minute. There's always a delay with this thing.
It says live in the top corner.
All right,
Yep.
good.
Just
Awesome.
popped up for me.
Hey, all right, welcome everybody. We're going to be starting, well, something different. A little less politics. I think MC has covered that quite a bit lately in the mornings. I feel like I'm rehashing it when I recover it with MC. So, I don't really see the point. We're going to switch over and do a little bit of role play gaming. Vampire the Masquerade, we are using version 2. So, it's the older one, not V5 with the weird dice. And today we're going to start with character creation. First, I want to introduce our storyteller, Jensen. Go ahead and say hi. How are you doing?
Hello, everybody. I'm going to be the ref. You're going to get sick and tired of my voice fairly quickly, but it is what it is, and hopefully, you guys will have fun.
Next, Doku will be the first player character making his sheet, and we'll get started on that here soon. Hey, what's up, Doku?
Chillin', man. How you doing?
Pretty good. No kids are here, so no headache. We'll see when they get home, though. And Yorkie, if we have time, will be making his character. This game, Yorkie, go ahead and say hi first.
Hello, I'm probably going to get punched in the face a lot.
It happens.
Roll self-control. But no. We are going to be playing a game set in Rose City. For those of you that don't know, that is the nickname for Portland, Oregon. It is a smaller city for being considered a large city. So it will be a little bit different. There'll be different issues than if you might have seen L.A. by Night. Completely different. A lot smaller. Blood is actually a pretty big issue. And I think we'll be seeing that with our first story. But it is set in 1990. That's right, folks. Dial-up internet. Wasn't that fun? Anyway, Jensen, let's start with a little bit about Vampire the Masquerade. You've been playing this game the longest out of all of us. So, how did you start playing, and why is it one of your favorite games? I know you like Shadowrun and stuff too, but
Yeah. Okay. How I started playing. I've been doing role playing for quite a while now, to say the least. And one of my friends in my role playing group turns up with this green book. I glance over, he grins and throws it to me and says, "Learn this, you're reffing in an hour." So I literally had to learn how to play this game in 1 hour. And this game is actually that smooth a game and that easy to understand that you can learn it in an hour. As long as you've got basically a halfway decent grip of maths. And by the way, when I say halfway decent, I mean if you can work out that 5 dots plus 3 dots equals 8, you're pretty much covered. Okay, very nice system, very simple. Yeah, so I was throwing the book. We learnt the game very, very quickly. Obviously, made an insane amount of mistakes. But you know what? I really enjoyed the game. Though I would like it noted, I'm not necessarily a total fan of Vampire the Masquerade. I actually prefer Demon the Fallen, but they're all in the same basic White Wolf group of games known as World of Darkness. So, Doku.
Yes. All right, Mad Dodge, where do you want to start?
well, I think the logical place to start would be your name, right?
Yes, my character's name. Uh, as we're doing this, I'm just going to be dropping tiny little background tips in. So, character never really had a name. He was given one. His name is Aiden. Terrible
Okay.
spelling, so it's Aiden. Kid doesn't know how to spell.
Okay. I would suggest that you don't put anything into academics then.
Yeah, that wouldn't really make sense now, would it?
No, just saying it does have to be mentioned.
Yeah, well, as you find out later, the kid never really had an education, so he's just lucky to know how to write.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun, isn't it?
Okay, so
Yeah.
his nature is imbecile.
One
No.
could make that assertion.
Mad. That's not really fair. His nature is actually Dodgers fan. Oh no, you said him. Yeah.
Oh, shots fired.
Does that come with a flaw of you automatically fail any hit?
Yes.
Wow,
Total
not even 10
incompetence
minutes.
with baseball bats.
Not even 10 minutes into the stream, we're already throwing shade at Mad Touch.
Time for a self-control roll.
Oh, well,
that'd be
about to
5
punch you in the
botches.
face, Yorkie.
Yep, I'll knock down the 5 bashing.
What are you worried about? He's a Dodgers fan. You'd be lucky if he even hits you. Okay, Dodge. We've taken the piss out of you. Carry on, mate. He's sulking.
No, I'm not. My wife's on the phone, so go ahead and start. Figure out the nature and demeanor with Doku, and I'll fill it in on the sheet on the screen.
All right, mate. So,
All right.
go on.
So, considering my character's background, we will get into that. His nature is a plotter. The kid was a loner, didn't really have anybody helping out, so he's on his own. He learned very well how to manipulate people and do things, so make them dance to his tune. So he's a plotter, but his demeanor, the face he shows to the world, is that of a jester. So he kind of seems aloof, a bit of a goon. But despite being uneducated, the kid has what's the word? Street smarts.
Okay. Well, please mark those in, and then what would you like to go to next?
How about we go with clan?
Oh, yay, the fun one. So,
Yeah.
just so we understand how things are going to go here, is you're going to pick your clan, but at a later point, i.e., not today, we are actually going to do a bit of a prehistory for your character, whether that be while you're a human, or while you're a vampire, or possibly even the change itself. It's just to give a little bit of background to your character and get you used to playing Aiden.
Gotcha. So I'm pretty sure you already know which clan I'm going with. It is the one that I have the most experience playing. So as we're doing these live streams, God no. Oh, Yorkie would fucking love that. Nope, it is going to be Clan Malkavian. The only reason I'm picking it, I know it's the one that people that do Vampire always play, and they say it's the most popular and milquetoast one you can go with. Not my personal opinion, but other people's. But it will make things go smoother. So yes, Clan Malkavian. I'm the crazy one.
Okay. Have you thought about what sort of generation you want to end up at? I realise we're not at that point, but have you thought about what you're going to go for? Because in second edition, you start at 13th, and it is only possible for you to get to 8th. So just have a think about where you want to be, how far along the pecking order you are. Okay.
Oh
And,
yes,
and what
I
was
have.
your nature and demeanor so I can mark it on?
The nature is plotter, so I'm a scheming little bastard. But my demeanor is jester, street performer.
So you're a funny, scheming little bastard.
Pretty much. Works
Okay.
with a Malkavian, wouldn't you think?
I've got no problem with this. Just so anyone else that actually watches this understands, we are not going to be being PC. We are not going to be being PG-13. This is World of Darkness. I will not insult the game by dumbing it down for other people. I am going to be as harsh in this game as I would with my other groups. Carry on, Doku.
All right, so, well, I have thought about generation. We just want to mark that one down next.
Sure.
All right, well,
What are you going for?
I'm going to be starting as a 12th.
Okay. Once you've done that, go into backgrounds and put generation 1.
Okay.
So,
That
why
is marked.
12th? Yeah, why 12th? I'm actually curious.
Well, the reason I went with 12 is I didn't want to go with 13 as the milk toast type. In my view, it would be milk toast. No, I thought 12th generation would allow my character a little more chance to grow, and considering the background I already have thought up, he's basically a charity case by the time he got turned, so he's not going to be a super high gen. So it seemed to make sense.
Okay. 100% understand, man. Not a problems. Right, where do you want to go next?
Well, I guess we should just go ahead and fill in sire real quick. Kid doesn't know the name of his sire. He just calls him master.
In
That's all he
that
knows.
case, you just put sire unknown.
Okay, sire unknown. That will be marked now. Hell, for all I know, his sire could have been Malcolm himself. Who knows?
This is not necessarily a false statement. After all, Malkav himself was completely and utterly insane, and equally an absolute genius, especially in the realms of divination. This man was a master.
Well, and you would think someone like Malkov would probably find interest in an orphaned street performer who has terrible fucking lexicons and doesn't know how to write, but can act and plot very well. Seems like someone that would catch his attention. Wouldn't you agree?
Let's be honest, this is Malkav. He may find you interesting, but equally, he may find that piece of silver foil that's bouncing down the street interesting, which may explain why he didn't stay around.
Fair point. Very fair point.
All right, next.
All right, so I think it's time to move on to attributes.
Here we go. The fun stuff.
Yes.
Right. With what little advice I can give you, obviously, as the ref, my advice is a very awkward point, but you would probably want to put your lowest into your mental, your highest into your social, and obviously the medium into your physical. But this is your character. I'm only saying a standardized ideal.
Yep, and that is actually, ironically enough, exactly what I was planning on doing anyways. So we'll go ahead and start with physical. That would be 5 points. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That is correct.
All right, so I'm going to put 1 into strength.
Okay, strength 2, that makes you an average human.
Yep, I'm going to put 1 into strength. That's 4 points left. I'm going to put 2 into my dex. So that will be dex 3. And for the audience listening, your attributes always start with 1. And the final 2 will go into stamina. So that for physical is a total of strength 2, dexterity 3, and stamina 3.
Very nice. That makes you, as dexterity, you have pretty much the same dexterity as a basic athlete, and your stamina would probably class as the same.
Well,
Okay.
being a street performer, it seems to make sense.
Yep, I'm good with this. Socials. Here we
All right.
go.
Moving on to the social. This is 7 points. I am going to put 3 into charisma.
Okay. Remember how it works is your charisma is the friendly interactions with other people, and manipulation is the, well, manipulation of other people. You'd be surprised
Which,
how many people get it wrong.
yep, and there's going to be 3 in manipulation.
Okay.
So that puts charisma and manipulation both at 4. And
Yep.
there's only 1 point left that's going to go into appearance. Keep in mind, I was a street urchin. It's not exactly like I would be the most handsome lad walking the cold, hard streets of Rose City.
I would actually have one question for you before we continue. How old are you? So, how old do you appear to be?
Well, at the time of turning, we'll get into that later, but I am either late teens, early 20s.
Okay, so the point is you do appear to be an adult in this timeline. It was just
We
something
can
I
say we
to
can
know.
say I'm old enough that I might not get ID'd at the bar. Maybe I would, maybe I won't. You know, that type of age.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Well, you've got 3 points to spend in your mental. This should be fairly easy.
Yep, it is going to be 1 in perception, putting that at 2, nothing in intelligence, and another 2 in wits. Or, no, sorry, 1 in perception, 2 in wits. So,
Okay.
perception 2,
Wow.
intelligence 1, wits are 3.
Okay. Before we continue, are you sure you're comfortable with playing an IQ 1 person? That actually would put you in the, well, Forrest Gump zone.
Well, the only reason I'm choosing this is I'm not the book learned type, but I have the street smarts. I think that means it would be fair to say it would be wits, not intelligent, where that extra point should go. But
Okay,
if
mate.
you think that's a terrible idea,
Oh, no. I'm cool if you want to do it. I just wanted you to basically understand that you are, for want of a better, playing Forrest Gump.
And sorry to interrupt, but just to put in perspective, even my Gangrel character off air, even he has like 2 in intelligence.
yeah. Well, since we are going to be doing this live streaming, for the sake of simplicity, perhaps.
Well, one sec. Remember, you have freebie points to come at the end of character creation.
Fair point. Yep. No, I'm going to
Okay.
keep it as is.
All right, that's fine.
I want to stay true to the character.
Okay, before we continue, the attributes that you have got 4 or more in, you get specialities in. In this case, it's charisma and manipulation. Please define what you would like your specialities to be and note them in said space.
Okay. I'm going to have to pull that up real quick. I don't have it pulled up
Not a
already.
problem. All right, not a problem. Well, based on the character design you're going for, I would consider a perfectly valid choice of under charisma, maybe funny, and under manipulation, devious.
Actually, that's fairly spot on with my nature and demeanor, so I'm actually just going to defer to that.
Exactly. I'm not meant to be helping, but I'm okay to advise on certain things. Okay?
Well, I did say I wanted to stay true to the character, and
Precisely.
that's pretty spot on. So, yeah, no, that's probably what I would have chosen anyways.
Well, in fairness, Jensen, it is. It's basically a tutorial.
True. Right. Abilities. I sense something. It's a disturbance in the force, but I feel you're going to put your lowest points into your knowledges. Would I be correct?
You would indeed be correct.
Thank you, Yoda, for your advice.
Oh boy, so let's see. Hold on one second. Okay, yep.
No problem.
So we'll start with talents. Talents, well, I'm a street performer. I'm a talented little bastard. Talents is going to be the max, which would be 13. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
All
Hey,
right.
actually, in the Sabbat book, I know we're not playing a Sabbat campaign, but there are some talents that they added. Like I think Street Performer is added. And
Really?
also Fortune Teller is added. If you want, I could flip open the Sabbat book and tell you the ones they added to it.
Good idea, because there is the space at the bottom to write one.
Yeah, so you guys
Yep. Go
bullshit for
for
a
it, mate.
second and let me find that spot.
Okay. Well, while we are waiting for that, go to your disciplines and write in Auspex, Dementation, and Obfuscate, because they are your three basic disciplines. I'm not telling you to spend points yet, but write in the names of the disciplines, please.
I'm doing that right now.
Thank you. I would also point out that, let's say Mad Dodge finds you a whole bunch of skills that are not on this sheet. You're thinking, oh, I really want those. You would put them in the other traits section, which is directly below the disciplines.
Noted.
Okay, mate. Right.
Okay, I got it. Talents. Fortune telling and panhandling. I would say you should take panhandling.
Ooh.
I agree.
Yep, that is spot on with the character. So panhandling is going to go in other traits.
Yep.
You do buy it with points from your talents, though. It is a talent. It even is listed under new talents. So, and
All right.
at novice, you get most of your money shaking cans and washing windshields. You're still working on a hard luck story. Two dots. You're working on on the story and using the classic lines, but you still manage to get a little more than spare change. Three, competent. You're really smooth. You can even hit the hearted for a few bucks. Expert. Who needs a sob story when you can hustle and scam your way into bucks from tourists and little old ladies? Master. Um, Dinners, rides home, cash for a bus ticket, easy as pie. Yeah, that's like pretty much a free resource point.
It really
Nice.
is. I like it. All right, so moving into talents. 13 points. I already know where I'm going to put them, so I'll just state it now.
Go for it.
There is going to be 2 in alertness,
Okay.
2 in athletics,
Okay.
2 in awareness,
Okay.
1 in brawl,
All right.
2 in streetwise,
Okay.
and the last 3. Let me double check my math. Yep, 3. Oh wait, no. Hold on. Sorry, brain derp.
All right. Take your
2,
time,
4,
mate.
6, 8, 9, 4. 4 more. 3 are going to go into panhandling. 1 more is going to go into brawl.
Right. Before you do that with the brawl, I would remind you that there is another talent out there. I believe it's a talent. It's not in the book that Mad is using, but I know this one to exist. And well, it's called scrounging. It's quite a good skill to have for a street kid. Put in air quotes there.
Scrounging.
Scrounging. Adam had a very high scrounging. That's why he ended up being able to acquire the tables and chairs for the previous bar.
I see.
And also, well, you have freebie points coming, but you might want something in expression and empathy. I mean, you're gonna try and panhandle. Having an empathy score would be useful.
This is
Yep.
true. And real quick, guys, I apologize. Chat about vampire a little bit. I will be back in just 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, how do you think he's going so far, Dodge?
He is really dumb. The intelligence, the low intelligence. I don't know.
Yeah, I did try to make it clear when I called him Forrest Gump. I meant that. Yeah.
Jenny.
No, hold on. I gotta go on mute just for a little bit. The cat is having some issues, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. No
Hairball.
problem.
But no, panhandling's pretty good. Fortune telling's interesting too, but I don't really see his character as having that, even though he is a Malkavian. But he's not setting up a fortune telling, a seer as a Malkavian here, I don't think.
No, I agree. Though I still strongly suggest he does take Scrounger.
Derangements. Would he was an orphan or whatever, he grew up on the streets. Would abandonment issues be a derangement he could take, or is that too not really derangement? Because I don't know how it wouldn't even hurt his character, would it? In game, really.
No. Though it could well be defined as he doesn't like going off on his own. He always likes to have at least one person around him. So that we could actually have abandonment issues as the derangement, though that, of course, is up to him to pick. I mean, to put it bluntly, we can say what we like. It's his character, it's his choice.
Oh, absolutely. I was just filling up dead air here while Doku kills his cat. I mean, feeds the cat.
The fuck did I just walk back into?
Doku cat
Nothing.
murder. I mean, what?
Meow.
Oh shit. But Doku is a vagrant. Yes, MC. Shoot him with a paintball gun, just like on Boston Legal. It'll be great.
Yes, Dodge. You may well be doing that, Mister La Sombra, Mister Rich Boy.
Yeah, I'll shoot the fucking homeless kid. It could be fun.
I can't wait for someone to take that out of context.
Very true. Well,
Yeah, that's gonna be clipped out. I'll shoot the homeless kid.
That's going to be my new
let,
ringtone.
let's be fair. If MC was actually on the show, he would probably be saying those words anyway.
Okay, sorry about that, everyone.
Welcome back.
When's the funeral for the cat? I mean, what kind of food did you get the cat?
Cyanide. Oh wait, did I say that?
No,
I meant
that was
Oh,
Dodge.
MC wrote, hope he doesn't carry a water pistol. Sorry, I was watching MC's show earlier. I know what he's referencing.
I prefer to walk quietly and carry a big mag light.
So we figured your derangement would be daddy issues. Oh, I mean, didn't we said abandonment, huh?
Actually, I would actually like to discuss that with you, if that's okay, Doku, before we go any further. Oh, before we do, did you take scrounging as I have put forward? I'm not suggesting it, I'm putting it forward.
Well, I can just tell you this now. It will be a freebie point that I put into that.
That's fine. Okay. We would actually like to discuss your starting derangement. After all, as you know, all Malkavians get one free derangement and then make the rest of the collection up later. You know, as they say, got to catch them all. Very
Yes.
appropriate for the Malkavian. So, Dodge and I were discussing it, and we was thinking something along the lines of abandonment issues. Now, how that would work would be you wouldn't want to go off on your own. You'd always want to take one of your close friends with you. And to remind you, and this does include UMC, and I know this bit's going to make you feel quite depressed, but you all are part of a coterie together. You already know the rest of these reprobates, and technically, and I'm going to use this term in air quotes, your friends. And I'm waiting for MC to explode. So,
Co-workers.
Oh, and another thing, Doku, since we're not playing a Sabat game, like we are in Discord, you can't just go around creating, childer. You can't. You
Okay.
have to get permission, right?
That
Or
will
there
be
will be
noted.
repercussions.
yes. I mean, technically, you don't have to, but as stated, there are repercussions if you don't. If you're comfortable with repercussions, you go ahead, buddy.
Well, as far as the starting derangement goes, kind of yes when it comes to the abandonment issues, but my character has been on his own for long enough. I don't think that fully fits. What I will say fits is something along the lines of distrustful. It doesn't easily warm up to people.
Paranoid?
Paranoid works.
Okay. Then you might want to find somewhere on the character sheet to put your derangement and put paranoid. Remember, you can't ever actually buy this off. This is permanent.
Yep.
Okay,
So,
cool.
noted.
All right. In that case, when you are ready, I believe we are going back to abilities and going into skills.
Yes, that would be skills. And this would be 9 points, and I know exactly where they're going to go. There is
Okay.
going to be 3 in performance,
Cool.
I mean, makes sense, right?
Yeah.
2 in stealth and 2 in survival.
Okay.
And let's see, where to put the last point? Oh, wait,
Streetwise?
yeah, streetwise would seem to make sense. So, do I only want to do 1 point or 2? What do you think?
Streetwise is a talent, not a skill, and he already put 2 in it.
Ah. Okay.
Oh, wait, yeah,
But
on this sheet that is
but
talents.
I was hovering over larceny.
Maybe 1 in larceny and 1 in crafts.
What about animal kin? What about you found a stray dog and you kept him?
A pet rat that you actually think is a Wolverine?
Oh, God.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
No,
You named him
no.
Cyclops.
I can actually beat that. A pet Wolverine that you think is a rat.
Well, I have been living on the streets. It would make sense to have at least 1 point in animal kin.
I would agree.
So you get 1 in larceny, 1 in animal kin, and that will take care of skills for now.
Okay. Now for you to spend those points in knowledges, because you got such a high intelligence rating, you'll have it an easy time.
What about basic medical stuff from when he was still mortal? He could wrap a wound. That's about it. Like if he cut himself fucking on a
Medicine
dumpster.
1, first aid.
That's actually what I was already thinking. So there's going to be, well, there's 5 points to spend in knowledges. There's going to be 2 in investigation.
Okay.
There is going to be 2 in occult. I'm a street urchin. Tell me I haven't run across some weird shit.
Actually, I will. I'm okay with you having 1 in occult. It's not like your character is actually that bookish to have gone off and taken that much interest. If anything, you've got occult urban legends as a speciality, although you don't get the bonus at this time. So I would actually suggest only 1, to be honest with you, mate. Sorry.
Only 1? All right,
Yeah.
How about this then? 1 in occult, 1 in medicine, and 1 in law. Because I'm sure I must have run into the cops at least once or twice, especially with larceny and panhandling as a skill.
Okay. I'm all right with that.
All right, so that wraps that up.
Yep. Dodge, as you're putting the stats on the sheet, do you want to make sure you go into backgrounds and put 1 into generations the moment you are ready? As we're doing the spending of points bit, I think we should probably go on to your virtues next, just to get that out of the way.
Yep, that sounds like a good place to move on to. Virtues would be 7.
Okay, how would you like to spend them? Now, before you do, okay, your courage tells you what your willpower starts at. The other 2 are added together and tells you what your path rating would be. Given the fact that there is no reason for you to have anything else, you would probably be on the path of humanity.
That is kind of what I was thinking, perhaps. We'll get to that after this. Well, this is kind of directly related to that, because... If I remember correctly, I have to have a willpower of, isn't it 5, I believe, if I'm on Path of Humanity?
No, you can have a willpower of 1 on the path of humanity, but to put it bluntly, it's a bloody stupid idea. Though, in all fairness, a lot of people put 2 points into the courage stat, so that will give you a willpower of 3 to start the game with.
All right. Well, everything starts at 1, just for the people listening.
Yep.
So, how about this? I'm going to put one of these 7 points into conscience.
Okay, you're not exactly someone that gives that much of a damn.
Well, society never did jack shit for me. Why should I care?
That's fair.
I will put 2 into self-control.
It's not like you roll that often.
I know, right? And let's see, the last 3 will go into courage, because let's be honest, streetwise urchin, been running around. Yeah, I'll fight to keep my food and my jingly cup change.
Fair. Good. Dodge is filling out your path and your willpower. Please remember that you will be able to buy more in these with freebie points, but that is what they are at this moment. Wow.
Yep.
Path
Okay.
5. Hmm.
And Jensen, you don't have the screen in front of you, right? Because he chose 11th, so his chart is a little bit different for blood, pool, and that. Do you want me to read it off, or do you want to tell him? I'm not trying to
Would
step
you
on your
mind?
toes. Okay, 11th gen. You're allowed 5 as your max traits, but that's everybody until you hit 7th. But your blood pool max is only 12. And you're only allowed to spend 1 blood per turn.
Ouch.
Yeah, well, that actually does make this a little bit more streamlined when we get into disciplines, but
Okay. If you're comfortable, because we are at the point where we're about to move on to your backgrounds, and you have the opportunity of changing your generation if you so wish. But you have spent 1, so you're down to 4 points in backgrounds.
yes. And no, I already said it. I'm just gonna have to Diablerize somebody at some point in time.
It's a casual discussion of ripping someone's soul from their body. Ah, well, why not, eh?
Well, then might I suggest hidden diablerie, my friend.
That will be when we get to the merits and flaws section.
Yes, and just so you know, I'm gonna need a little help with merits and flaws because that's probably the shakiest part for me.
Okie dokie.
All right, so backgrounds. We already had Gen 1 written in.
Yep. Dodge, you're going to have to be doing some of the talking. I'm going to be finding the merits and flaws section.
Yeah, no, and I forgot. I said 11th, not 12th. Your max blood pool is 11, not 12. Sorry, everything else is the same. Because you're 12th gen, you only took 1 in generations. You need to spend another generation point to hit 11th.
Well, that's gonna be interesting, to say the least.
Well, I know I'm starting 8th gen, but I'm going to be spending pretty much all my freebie points in backgrounds. So, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so maybe you guys can help me out a little bit with backgrounds, because this is the part with this combined with merits and flaws is the part I didn't have enough time to really think through.
All right, let's see. What do we got here?
And unfortunately, I'm going to have to reload Discord, so I can't help you out with merits and flaws yet.
Okay. Well, so I'll just go ahead and tell Mad Dodge a little bit of the background story of this character. Orphaned at an early age, never had a name, never had a mom, never had a dad. Grew up as a street performer, maybe had a few small stints with a traveling circus or something. Ended up in Rose City. Caught the attention of somebody who owns a theater. Was taken in, became a playwright. That's the only reason he actually knows how to write. Terrible writing, but still somewhat legible. We'll say god-awful spelling. Crazy Malkavians. They don't know how to spell. They don't care. And eventually one day, the theater shut down. The master is gone. Doesn't know where he went. And until, as the game would start, he's basically been there ever since and continues to use it as shelter for the daytime and panhandles in front of it at night. So what do you think as far as backgrounds?
Well,
I was thinking alternate identity, but I'm looking at the Sabat book and seeing if there's anything different. But alternate identity. Rituals.
I would suggest resource 1.
Resource 1?
Yes.
Well, I guess that would make sense. There's probably at least some stuff of value still left in the theater even after it closed down.
It's not just that, it means that is your basic income rather than you have to sit there and roll it every single day of the game. Whereas you can choose to use it to make extra cash, extra bits and pieces. Okay?
Oh, that's
I put one
fair.
down, and it obviously you don't have to take it. But what about alternate identity? You've been on the street a long time. Maybe you pickpocketed somebody, and they happen to look a lot like you, and you have their ID or something.
Ooh, that's a really good idea, and that could actually be really fun in game. All right. Yeah, I'll say Jensen, since you're the ref, what would you think about Resource 2?
Okay. Explain to me why it would be 2. I'm not saying no. I would just like your reason.
My reasoning is this. Considering I was left abandoned at the theater, and considering this character would have been an orphan, wouldn't it be safe to say that I pretty much hoard anything and everything I can find, especially considering I'm going to be putting some extra points into scrounging? I think I might have come across a few valuables at some point in time, plus the larceny.
Oh, no, MC has a reason. MC has a reason. This is why I'm going to enjoy playing this game on air. He sold Wolverine furs.
So what do you think?
The illegal Wolverine trade. Nice.
Yeah, I'm a fucking poacher too, on top of everything. Selling squirrel wallets.
Okay. All right. I'm cool with 2.
All right, and I will put at least. Let me think. With alternate identity, I've been a street performer.
Contacts 1. How about that? You don't have to, but it's an idea. Street kid, maybe you know a drug dealer.
Okay, so what do you think? 1 in alternate ID, alternate identity, and 1 in contacts?
Okay,
That sound good?
I can cope with that. It's the problem is a lot of this is your choice, and any advice I give you could be awkward. But what I can do is say what you're not allowed to take, and thus far I'm comfortable with everything you've taken.
Yeah, I think that's, well, considering the character, I think that's pretty much where I want to stand on it.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, I think that's fair.
All right. Well, let's be fair. You know where you want to spend your discipline points, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I don't think you really need me to offer any advice on where you wish to spend your points.
Yeah, and just because we've been using we're using a different form than I was using when we were playing in Discord, just remind me so I'm 100% positive the number of points to put into discipline.
You have 3 points to put in your disciplines.
Okay. Well, there is going to be actually 2 in obfuscate.
Okay.
And demontation or auspex. What would make more sense for the character?
Actually, for the carrot, oh no, dementation would, because you can use the ability. I believe it's called something along the lines of passion. It's the one where you can adjust other people's moods and things.
Oh yeah, you can change. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, yep. 2 in obfuscate, 1 in demontation, none in auspex.
Okay. As long as you're comfortable with that, mate, I am.
Yep, I think that makes perfect sense. Again, I'm doing my best to try to stick to the character, so I am 100% okay with that idea.
Right. I'm having an absolute sod of a time to loading up the merits and flaws. So if Dodge wants to find that in the book, he may have to take care of that too. I apologize. It's just every time I try to do anything in Discord, it locks up. My apologies. Rather frustrating.
Yeah, trust me, I have the same problem because the page that I was using for merits and falls doesn't want to load, and I can't get the PDF to load either. So I have no idea what the fuck is going on. It could potentially be Comcast is just a piece of shit, which would
Okay,
not be the first time.
valid statement. Let's look at flaws. Now, for obvious reasons, we're pretty much working on what we remember until Dodge can find the flaws section in the Vampire the Masquerade V2 core rule book. But what sort of things are you thinking of?
Well, and we're going with
See how
World
well
of
I am.
Darkness. We're going with World of Darkness, not Chronicles of Darkness, correct?
World of Darkness.
All right. So, of course this thing won't frickin' load.
Oh, we're doing well today, aren't we?
I know, right? Let's see.
And it
It would
sounds
be
like I can hear your cat.
yes, she wants in the storage unit. She does this every day. I don't know why. It would be Yes, kitten. God, fucking cats. It would be interesting to have entrepreneur.
It would be interesting, but I'm going to remind you about your character's intelligence rating, and pretty much you're going to make Rodney from Only Fools and Horses look like a genius. You understand that, right?
Yeah, the only reason I was thinking of entrepreneur is it ain't easy making money on the streets, and if I was going to catch the attention of somebody who would stick their neck out for me and hire me to their theater, I have to have done something a little bit noteworthy. But if you don't,
Ah,
if you think that's
no, okay, hold up. What if you was going to define one of your skills or knowledges or, you know, talents, basically anything from that list, what one skill would you say was your primary skill?
I would
Because,
say the primary skill would be performance.
okay, in that case, I have a perfect little merit for you. Okay, it's a 2-pointer and it's called Talented. And then you write down the name of the skill next to it. Okay?
Oh, that actually sounds perfect. So talented performance.
Right, I will explain what that means to you. You are at excellent. Thank you, Dodge. You are at -2 target number whenever you need to roll performance. Think about this.
Yeah, that could get very interesting very quickly.
Yeah. You own your The game suggests that you don't allow the players to take it too often. So at this point in time, I'm only going to allow each player to take it once. And it is strongly suggested it's not allowed in a combat skill.
All right.
Okay? But Dodge has found merits and flaws. I'm going to go quiet. Dodge, this is actually something you're very good at. Please help Doku out.
All right.
Yeah,
So
my
that
daughter just
was.
got home and she's crying, so bear with
Oh,
me.
okay.
Okay, so acute hearing is a 1 point. Acute sense, one of your senses is extremely sharp. That's a 1 point. Sense of smell, one. Taste, one. Vision. You're getting the picture here, right? Additional discipline, 5 points. Ambidextrous, 1 point. That might be something. Your
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
character could
see.
pickpocket with both hands or whatever, and it's only a 1 pointer.
All right. Let's see. That was a 2 point skill. That leaves me with how many points now again? Just remind me.
At this point, you had, I believe, 15 because you're buying merits first. It's taking directly from that 15.
Yeah. So that leaves me with 13. Considering what I want to do, I'm just going to consider that 12. Might as well put that one in scrounging just now, so I'll just consider it 12. Uh, acute senses.
You right. As this is my game, we have certain house rules, and one of them is this: if you buy acute senses at 3 points, you get all of the senses. It's just a bit of a bonus that I give out to my players.
Well, if that is indeed the case, it will be 3 points in acute senses. So That
So
puts me at 9 to go.
Yep, you put acute senses all. What that means is anytime you make a perception check, you're at -2 target number.
Perfect. So acute senses all 9 more points. How funny would it be if I chose Wraith Companion? I'm not going to, but
Now, if you say you've got 9 more points, might be worth you considering maybe additional clan discipline. And because that's 5 points, and if you're really looking at walking around munching people, hidden diablerie is literally a lifesaver. Or out something like unbondable.
Oof. That would be 5 points for each, correct?
Nope. Unfortunately, when Dodge gets back, I'll get him to show the cost for unbondable and
Hidden Diablerie?
diablerie. That's the boy. Thank you.
Yeah, because Hidden Diablerie might be the way to go.
I only suggest it because you was the one saying about munching on people.
Well, it's going to have to happen at some point in the game, so I'm trying to think a little bit further ahead.
Well, I'm looking for that. Sorry to cut you off, but I found MC's fucking merit. Fairy affinity. So he would attract the Fae to him so he could kill them all. It'll be great.
And now we check.
This says it's
See,
3 points. Sherardi had argued that it was 5. Do we want to just make a rule we go by this site? Because I couldn't find merits and flaws in my book. I swear to God, my book I got is missing pages, but it's not. It's numbered correctly. There's no pages ripped out, but I swear to God, it's missing shit. Is it because I'm used to the 20th anniversary one?
probably. Well,
That didn't take long.
we
for
will
him to
stick
reply.
with. Sorry, Yorkie?
I was saying, didn't take very long for MC to reply.
No, it wouldn't. Doesn't shock me at all. We know how much he loves the fairies. You know, he's constantly talking about moving to West Hollywood. So it is what it is, and MC is going to kill me. Right. I would agree that taking Hidden Diablerie is good. Maybe Hidden Diablerie and Unbondable.
Well, are we gonna the points though? Are we gonna count it from this site or?
Yes,
Okay,
I did
then,
say.
okay. 3 points then, Doku, and I'll find Unbondable here in a second. Hidden Diablerie is 3 points.
It's actually
All
what
right.
I'm used to as a cost as well.
All right, so that leaves me with 6 points left to go.
Yeah, you're about to blow 4 or maybe 5 for Hidden Diablerie, just so you've got a rough idea. I can't give you exacts on that, but it's around that. So you should be able to work out roughly how many points you've got to play with.
Probably only 1. Maybe 2.
Ouch. Ouch. This site's nice with Unbondable, and then they fuck you with the fucking Hidden Diablerie. 6 points.
Ouch.
Ooh. Well, for Hidden
This
Diablerie
isn't-
and Unbondable, that would
Yes.
be all of my
Yeah.
points.
Go ahead. You've still got flaws to look at yet.
Yep. So that's all of that. All right. I only want to take, well, how many flaws do I have to take? Can I just take 1?
You can choose to take between 0 and 7. So, your choice, buddy. Because the whole point is it's up to you how many points you'd like to get back to spend elsewhere. Might be worth you taking a look at the list. After all, we've been going for an hour now. If you actually want to call it here, take a look at the floors, and then we come back to this another time, I am fine with this.
Well, actually, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm only gonna take one flaw, and the reason I'm doing this, I'll just give my explanation now, is because I have at least one in a cult. I'm going to take the flaw of demon plagued for 2.
Demon play.
Plague. Or
Oh.
plagued.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, plagued by the evil efforts of a demon. It constantly tries to cause all sorts of problems, but seldom has the power to face the character directly. I think that kind of fits, considering traveling circus, theater, Portland. It could work.
Okay. If you're comfortable with that, mate, I'm not going to stop you.
I know you're going to use it to fuck with me, is what I know.
Oh, God, yes. Let's make sure we've got that crunchy peanut butter to lube you up.
Yep. So in the case of that gives me 2 more points. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe that is correct. That means, well, 2 points. What do you want to do with it?
Open road
Well-
costs 2 points. It's a merit, or you could use it somewhere else.
Willpower,
what I'm
maybe?
gonna do. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to put, since it's demon plagued, one of those points is going to go into a cult to make it 2. Do you have a problem with that, Jensen?
No, that's fine now.
And then the second point is going to go to intelligence.
No.
Nope.
No. It costs 5 points to increase
Oh,
your
you're right.
intelligence.
You're right. It's an attribute, not an. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yes. So you still respond to the name Forest?
Then let's put one more into.
Can I suggest willpower? Because, demon plagued.
I will take the suggestion.
And then your final touches are, well, we need to know when you were born and when you were turned, and your eyes, race, nationality, all that stuff, but no other background because we're gonna create that live. Well, in the next time you're on here, so.
It will not surprise any of you that actually knows me that when we get to this part, I'm a complete piss taker. Eyes, 2. Race, 100 meters. You can imagine exactly how bad, can't you?
Wait, where's the two
Sorry,
doors?
of course, StreamYard wanted to fucking crash.
Oh dear.
Oh god, there's
Why
two.
is there 2 of me in the chat? StreamYards, what the fuck?
He's a Malkavian. It explains everything.
All right, so let's see.
So, Doku, what are
No,
you
sorry,
thinking?
StreamYards crashed, so I completely did not hear anything any of you guys said.
Okay. We are doing your description, but we only need certain parts of it. And that was eyes, hair, race, when you was born and when you was changed. Everything else we will detail once we get to the role playing of your character creation section.
Okay. Mixed race. Well, not really mixed race. I am of European descent. We'll say Scotch Irish, hence the name Aiden.
Okay.
Hair long-ish, maybe say
Shoulder.
down. No, not quite that long. Like maybe down to like the jawline.
Okay.
Eyes. Let's see. He's a street performer. Let's have fun with this. He's got two different colored eyes. One is such a light blue that it looks almost gray, and the other is a bright green.
Okay.
Height, 5'9", 5'10"-ish.
Okay. What color hair did you have again, please?
A light chestnut color.
Okay. Right. The last thing we need is, well, your age and when you was turned. Everything else we will detail next part.
Let's say age would be. Do you need a specific age or a rough estimate?
It's basically how old do you look.
Early 20s.
Okay, so under age, please write early 20s.
Noted.
Okay, and then there is a date of birth, I believe, or is it date of death?
I guess you could say one way or the other.
Hmm.
No, there's both. There's date of birth. So yeah, we need to know what year at least you were born, and then there's RIP. So that's when you were turned.
Yeah.
Okay. Date of birth, we will say 1894.
Okay, Victorian era. Nice.
And then date of death would have been 1912.
Okay. You died just before the war to end all wars.
Yep.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we have gone over an hour, so I don't want to do two character sheets in a row and bore everybody. So looks like tomorrow is another character sheet as we set up the 5 people that are going to be playing. And that the reason for that is, well, we can only fit 6 people on StreamYards, so it is what it is. We will have extra people come in. As guests or whatnot. We'll play it by ear until then. Any last thoughts, Doku? What do you think? Paranoia again? You always have that derangement. Are you really paranoid in real life? Are you really
I don't
scared
know.
of
I
the
might be.
plants?
I am. I'm terrified of the ficus plants. They're up to something. They don't sway in the wind like they should.
He has a point.
But yeah, my daughter's freaking out, so I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Thank you very much. Episode 2 will hopefully be out tomorrow, where we build out another character from a different clan. Hopefully, it better not be all Malkavians with you lot.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you.